Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here. Now, regardless of whether or not you are tuned into our collective through subscribing, I don't believe in coincidences or accidents. So if you felt guided to click on this video, I do believe there is some kind of a reason you felt that inner guidance, that inner pull here to this place on YouTube. So I'm going to start by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck. And if you would like me to channel a specific message for you and your current situations, be sure to subscribe to this channel, because by subscribing, regardless of when you are clicking subscribe, because of course time doesn't exist on an energetic level, this does allow me to pick up on your energy and channel more easily for you and your situation. I also feel the need to touch on right away as I'm shuffling that I felt a very heavy energy moving through last night. It almost felt like being in a kind of fog energetically. It felt very dense, a bit disorienting. And I know that some in our collective may have been feeling this as well. I just saw the number 222, a number of alignments. So do let me know in the comments under this video if you felt any type of that energy, especially last night moving into early this morning, or just in general. You can comment if you feel guided to do so, to share a message with our beautiful community here, or to let me know how you've been feeling recently. So what do those tuning into this reading need to know most at this time? Wow, the Temple Path upright. You're on the right path. I feel I'm especially speaking to those of you who may have experienced that very dense, heavy energy last night. I'm hearing realignments. If you did experience this heaviness energetically, mentally, or emotionally, I'm getting that this is because you are actually being realigned with your true inner self, raising your vibration to align with, to meet with your highest timeline, your happiest, most connected, most on purpose, most fulfilled timeline possible in this lifetime. I'm hearing the words quantum leap. It's as though you are taking this quantum shift toward this highest timeline, but your physical body and mind at times processes these shifts in ways that it would label as negative, because what I'm getting is energy from someone who is in the process of making radical shifts and changes. I'm hearing you've come so far with door to personal healing and happiness in the reverse position. There is this energy of someone who has had to heal a lot of things on their own, had to address a lot of things on their own. I'm getting that some of these things weren't even yours. I'm getting a very generational curse breaker energy. Of course, with generational curses not being something mystical or even something that needs to involve someone else cursing you, so to speak, or cursing your family. These could simply be, and usually are, subconscious thought patterns that feel like curses because they play on a loop over and over again within the subconscious mind, creating these energetic pathways that continuously cause future generations to manifest the same outcomes that consciously they feel they do not desire or they do not want. But it's all happening so subconsciously that even though consciously they don't want these outcomes, subconsciously they continue to manifest them through these subconscious pathways that we call generational curses. But I'm picking up on someone here who is the generational curse breaker. I'm hearing you were designated prior to incarnating in this life to be the generational curse breaker for your family's line. And you're still deep in the midst of that shifting of energy that we might call a healing. But really, it's that you are shifting the energy dynamics within yourself and for your family. But for someone listening, I'm getting that at times this loneliness gets to you. And that's normal. That's very human. You carry a lot on your shoulders energetically because your soul knew prior to coming here to earth that you could handle this energetic weight. But at times it does become a burden. It does become very heavy, especially I'm getting like the loneliness, the feeling of disconnect, the feeling of isolation. Being the so-called black sheep of your family, the one that has never quite been able to fit in, but it extends beyond your family. I see that even growing up, potentially in school with your classmates or in other social environments, you've always felt as though, with Journey in the reverse position, as though you haven't belonged here. You haven't been, I'm hearing, a citizen of planet Earth. It's as though like you are traveling here as a soul, but this isn't your home planet or place. This isn't really where you fit, where you belong. You're different than other people, and you always have been. But once again, that Temple Path card keeps staring me in the face. It's like I keep channeling these messages, the loneliness, the heaviness of the energetic burden that you are carrying, which represents all of the energy dynamics you came here to shift, the new energetic pathways you came here to carve for yourself, and through carving them for yourself to show a different way for everyone who touches your energy, for everyone who is close to you in energetic proximity, through being part of your soul family or through being close to you in the physical world. You, in spite of that, in spite of all of that, and what your human mind might judge that as or label that as, you are on the right path. And I'm feeling the need to pull a Starseed Oracle card for you as well. What else does this person need to know who feels at times as though they're carrying a lot of energetic weight? Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. This is a time of intense activation for you because you have reached a point in your soul's development and your soul's acclimation to your physical self here in this lifetime on earth, where you are balanced and stable and energetically open enough within your physical vessel, within your mind, your conscious mind, your body, to be able to carry more light. That is where the words light body are coming out here. And when you begin to carry more of this light, to carve out the capacity to hold more light in your being here on earth, that is your work. That is your mission, because that light frequency radiates outward to everything and everyone around you. I just saw the numbers 10, 16. That might be significant to someone. But what I just keep picking up is something about this energetic activation, something about this holding of more light does at times become very emotionally chaotic or intense. I'm hearing downward spirals. So at times it might feel like you are spinning out, spiraling out. And I want to know why that spiraling out sensation is happening. I'm hearing heightened sensitivity. I'm picking up on someone who it's like you've been through many of these activations, but because of this capacity to hold greater light, another way of saying this is to hold a much higher frequency energetically. Because of this, you have a newfound heightened sensitivity, not just to people, but to patterns. And so when you are around the same thought forms in terms of being around the same familiar places, spaces, whether this is physically, whether this is you being confronted with old patterns within yourself, familiar people from your past, I sense that sometimes these things can affect you to a different degree and in a different way, simply because you carry a much more heightened frequency. And I'm getting that other people may not understand. The phrase, why you are so sensitive, comes out here. But I feel for many of you, this is something you might be familiar with. You may have been told from a young age, why are you so sensitive? It's not that something was ever wrong with you or something is wrong with you. It's that you came here to carry a heightened energetic frequency that others call a sensitivity, because this is connected with you being able to carry more light, being able to understand other people to the nth degree, and therefore help them to transmute, to shift their own energy because of your level of understanding of self and others, because of your ability to carry so much light. And I'm hearing those who carry the most light also have the capacity to carry the most darkness. And I'm saying that because I sense that many who I'm channeling for here, you have also been through periods of time in your life where you have had to carry a lot of darkness, where you have either seen that darkness within yourself or had to experience that from life or from others. And it may have been a very painful experience for you. I also sense with the answers you need, you are coming full moon in Gemini. Also full moon in Leo, and adjustments are required. It's interesting because we are in Leo season at the time. Someone might have Leo or Gemini energy in their birth chart here, but with the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini is the sign of the twins, which could mean that someone here is also on a twin flame path. And for whoever I'm picking up on, I feel that something about this twin flame path recently has felt a bit confusing. The ungrammatical word coming out is ununderstandable. Like I feel as though I can't quite wrap my head around what is going on with this twin flame connection at the moment. And I feel your guide saying, just let it be. Just let it be whatever it is. You are here to experience the unfolding of it, not to understand it. Envy in the upright position. Someone's physical human self feeling very unfulfilled within a twin flame connection that again has gotten very confusing or difficult to understand. I see it's like someone's physical mind constantly reaching for answers, constantly trying to understand this this connection, this soul bond that seems to transcend time and space, walking away in the reverse position. I see someone walking in circles, feeling as though that's what they're doing with this person, feeling like I keep walking away, and yet wherever I go, there's a part of me that always feels as though I'm led back in this circular kind of way. But I know I can't come back fully. This is like the strangest energy. It's like someone who's being led in circles in their mind, mentally, emotionally, disconnecting from this person, but then finding themselves thinking about them again, longing for certain aspects of the connection, the relationship, potentially, if there was a 3D physical relationship with this person, certain aspects of that relationship. But I feel them saying like, but I know I can't have this the way that it is now. I know that this connection would need to transform in order to be viable for me, for us in the physical world. That is what my higher self knows. And I feel also this person longing for certain aspects of this other person, this twin flame, certain aspects of the way that they've interconnected in the physical, but not other aspects. And those certain aspects they are longing for are actually those higher self components to their connection, the ways in which they were connecting in ways that were aligned with their higher self. But I feel that those other aspects, those weighted down aspects, those things that I feel they each may have needed to heal or change or address within themselves because they were like these negative patterns latching on to each other. But I also sense a very dense, heavy energy, especially from the divine masculine here, a kind of stubbornness and unwillingness to change until confronted with great disconnects, or I wanted to say great pain emotionally, mentally. And this dynamic has made this connection difficult to ground because, again, there's that feeling of the way that it was, it can't be anymore, because the divine feminine here, I am sensing for many, is the one we've been talking about through the beginning of this reading, who has raised her frequency to a level where she can no longer be around old patterns, old ways of being interconnected with others that were from a lower vibrational space. It's almost as though her guides simply will not allow her to be connected to those things in the same lower vibrational ways. I kept hearing as I was meditating, and this is a message from a previous reading, anything that gets to you, divine feminine, is now going to have to come through love. It's in the previous reading, sorry, I kind of had a voice crack there, which could speak to something about the connection, this twin flame connection, in the communication within it, in the physical, being a bit disjointed or convoluted. And I will be getting to that in a moment. But what I was going to say is, what my guides were showing me in meditation, divine feminine, is love, unconditional love, being like a road to you. And in the past, there were many different roads to you. There was love, there was pride, there was ego, there was disconnect from self projected outwards. And all of these roads people could take to fully get to you, to fully access you. They could take many different roads. But the problem is, as you've raised your frequency and raised your vibration, your guides know you have great work to do here on this planet when it comes to breaking these generational curses, when it comes to your spiritual mission and purpose here on earth. And because of that great work, you've been activated to a very high level of frequency. But at that higher level of frequency, your level of sensitivity has increased as well. And what this means is, from this heightened place of energetic sensitivity, which is assisting you, by the way, it is facilitating you in doing your spiritual work more efficiently, more directly than ever before. But at the same time, your guides know that you must be protected from very lower vibrational connections, patterns, people, situations. So what they do is anytime any of these patterns, people, or situations comes in proximity to you, tries to take, in this metaphor, one of these other roads besides love to get to you, both you and them will feel this incredible amount of dissonance, but especially you, in your highly sensitive being, you will feel a complete lack of tolerance, a complete inability to connect with this person, a complete sense of disconnect from this person, inability to move forward with them. That will block you from this person, from this pattern, from this place, this job, this connection that doesn't match your heightened vibration. And this is actually a form of energetic protection, because if you were fully allowed to have this person go down those other roads, those non-love roads, so to speak, and access you, get to you, this could actually cause you to lower your vibration, to take a dip in your vibration that would not facilitate you continuing your soul mission and purpose here on earth to the greatest degree that you possibly could. So again, you are being guided, you are being protected in this way. But the thing is, at times this can be lonely, this can be isolating. Into your conscious physical mind, divine feminine, there may be a part of you thinking, I just want to connect with this person. And for some of you, this could be your divine masculine that you're feeling disconnected from if they, in their physical human form, aren't willing at this time to come to you through love, through pure, unconditional love and openness and authenticity. If they will not take that road, they will find that any other path or avenue they try to take to you, it's as though, and my guides were showing me, it's like those other roads are now blocked off and under construction. People cannot access you in that way anymore. It's why when someone tries to engage you in a negative pattern of conversation, you might find yourself feeling as though, I just feel like I have nothing to say. Or when you try to apply for a job that you know isn't aligned for you, but you are settling for something, your guides are really telling me, like, whenever you find yourself trying to settle for something, settle for a job, settle for a person, settle for a family member or an old pattern or a friend who no longer matches your very high vibrational state of being, that person, thing, pattern, place will be blocked from your life. It won't be able to access you. But the thing is, and this is the message, sometimes, divine feminine, you will feel rejected by it from your conscious, physical, human perspective. Your ego will believe that the job rejected you, that the place rejected you, that the person, the friend, the family member rejected you. That is how the ego might process this energetic protection of your high vibrational frequency. But in truth, the thing didn't reject you. Your energy rejected it. And in fact, your guides, your higher self, the divine forces, keeping you aligned in close alignment with your highest soul's purpose here on earth is, I'm seeing them like, it's like you have this energetic force field around you that bounces off anything that tries to get to you that would affect you and your vibration, that would lower you and your vibration in a way that would distract you energetically and emotionally from what you really came here to do. And this is actually such a beautiful thing, because what this also does is it's a gift for the people around you, divine feminine, because it pushes others around you, if they want to access your beautiful, radiant energy, if they want to get closer to you, they themselves are going to have to come through love. And this holds space for others to expand, for others to rise to their own highest vibrational version of self. Wow, I was not expecting any of these messages to come through today. So I am about to close out this first reading here on YouTube. And of course, as always, we will be continuing on to the extended reading on Patreon. I do channel for Patreon an extended exclusive reading every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be leaving a link to the Patreon reading under this video in the pinned comments and description box. And in that Patreon reading, we will be channeling more messages for you, Divine Feminine, from your guides, from your higher self, especially about this dynamic of energetic protection, how this is affecting you, how this might be affecting your connections, especially your connections to a high level soulmate or twin flame masculine in your life, a very high vibrational soul connection that I feel is someone you've been connecting with from the past for a while, but also someone to whom in the moment you might be finding as though communication is blocked or disjointed at times. And so I will be pulling a final emotion card to pick up a bit more deeply on who this masculine is that we will be channeling from, because we will be channeling more into his conscious thoughts and feelings, as well as love messages from his higher self to you, Divine Feminine. So peace and gratitude. I hear this masculine saying, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for our connection. But there's also a twinge of sadness coming along with this as well. This peace card says, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And what I feel this masculine saying is, from this higher self level, he's saying, I know things may be confusing at times in the physical, but at a higher self level, I am rising to fully embody that being of love that I truly am at the 5th dimensional level. I am in the process in 3D of venting, of releasing all of the blockages, all of the negative patterns. I'm hearing the trauma within my being that has caused me to want to go down those old roads to connect with you, those roads of fear, of self-disconnection, of ego. But I know now that you, Divine Feminine, by raising your frequency and vibration, you are in a space energetically where you are blocking any other path to yourself, any other path of access to you besides pure unconditional love. And at a very deep level, I've been inspired to that love through you energetically holding the space in that way. Now, I know that this won't necessarily connect with everyone, but for those of you who that portion of the reading is specifically connected with, I will be sharing more messages from this masculine in the extended version of the reading. But for those of you who aren't connecting with that specifically, there will be many more messages in the extended as well, directly related to the Divine Feminine, what her spirit guides want her to know at this time, how she is taking this quantum shift that we mentioned earlier in her life. So again, all of that further, more detailed information is on Patreon and is linked in the pinned comments and description box under the video. But for now, I'm going to pull one final Rumi Oracle card to close out this reading here. Thank you so much to all of you who have tuned in today. I really am so grateful. I can sense all of your powerful energies here co-creating along with me. And of course, the card to come out from Rumi today is the human gift, the gift and yet also the burden of being human here on planet Earth at this time. And I will be reading a little bit from the guidebook here as well. O hearts, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much resistance and defiance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. I'm feeling already this may be connecting for some with this physical human aspect of self at times, coming up against this higher self knowing, the ego judging and labeling in a negative way what is truly a quantum shift activation energetically for us at the spiritual level. And the guidebook also says, be kind to your hearts. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust, so much heartbreak and so many agonies, yet still it beats. Still it persists with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, this sacred heart of yours. How can it be worthy of anything other than tenderness, gratitude, acknowledgement, and appreciation? Wow, very beautiful closing guidebook message. So I really hope this reading connected with whoever needed to hear it at this time. If anything here did resonate with you, I would love for you to write me a comment under this video and let me know. The extended reading on Patreon is linked in the pinned comments and description box under the video. For those of you who feel guided to it, who have been connecting deeply with the messages here, thank you so much again for being such a powerful and important part of this community here on YouTube. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next reading on Friday.